Welcome to episode 244 of the Overlook Hour. I'm your host, Clark Little. Along with me, as always, is the man in Oakland, California. I don't see a blanket in the background. It's Randy Michaelstadt.
It is there, but yeah,
Okay.
I am the man in Oakland, California who just took off his socks because it's very hot in the house right now, even though it's 9:45.
It's hot over there today?
Yeah, it's been warm all weekend. My house doesn't cool off or heat up very easily.
I'm gonna look up. Dude, it's 50 degrees in San Bruno.
Hell yeah.
What is it in Oakland?
It's probably like 60 or something still.
And you took your socks off, too?
Yeah, man, you got to.
Oh, open a window.
It is open.
Open two windows.
I only have one in my room.
Move.
I might.
Thanks, Russell John Fisher.
What up?
Were you just going to let that conversation die?
Yeah.
I thought we'd get that hearty chuckle of yours to
No,
entertain.
fuck, it was dumb. I don't care how fucking HAWT it is at Randy's house.
Bitch, we've been waiting on you for an hour.
No, fuck that. I've been working. I clock in an hour before you even start thinking about work. And then I'm over here grinding away, listening to Tyler Perry at the Oscars, which I almost played, but I didn't. Beautiful man. Loved what he had to say. It's also hot here, but I'm not going to talk about it. And
Is it?
I miss you again. I hope you stop fucking leaving after doing interviews and flying to another state.
No, it's for the foreseeable future.
That's
At
fucking
least,
dumb.
at least, I think there's probably 3 more shows consecutively where it's going to be like this.
Cool. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do?
Nothing. And it's not like I moved my D&D day to have more time with you and then you go to another state to avoid.
You little assholes left me alone yesterday.
No,
so-
fuck that. You bring a lady friend over, we vacate. I know you put your socks on the door when you take them off.
Yeah, but then y'all come on Saturday night, and then you do your Friday night again on Saturday night. My Saturdays are ruined now.
Nah.
I had a good thing going on Saturdays, and Charles ruined everything.
Oh, Chuggy, who survived the mall shooting? We talk about
There
boys-
are times where I wish where he didn't survive.
All right.
At least he got maimed a little bit. And he could just collect disability and then still go to D&D on Saturdays.
Also, oh God, what is his name on Twitch? Wandering Panda?
Wandering Panda.
It's Wandering Panda with an O. He streams like kind of infrequently. He's fucking bizarre to watch. If you're on Twitch, go make fun of him every now and then. It's fun. All right, are we good? Can Oksana do it?
All he does is he's like some, medieval architect. It's very strange.
Now he's playing a first-person shooter, which he's not particularly good at, with I think a bunch of high school friends. So that's already all weird.
All right, I'll watch that.
Yeah.
Now it's time of the segment with Oksana Valerian of Osachi, where she's going to talk about movies in the theater because the theaters are now open. She may also talk about movies that are video on demand. She may also talk about the movie that will be available on Friday, May 7th, called Fried Berry, starring Schweppes, directed by this week's guest, Ryan Kruger. Oksana.
We actually talk about Fried Berry a lot in this episode because he's the guest, so I will
doy.
So instead, I'll mention 15 things you didn't know about Bigfoot. Number 1 will blow your mind, which comes out Friday the 7th on...
Are you going to name all 15? I don't have time for this.
I don't know all 15.
Oh, we got to watch the movie. What's number 1?
Whatever it is will blow your mind. Also, I think this is... So the original title was The Vice Guide to Bigfoot. Is that the movie you guys were talking about?
Yeah, I see that.
Wait, it's the same movie? I fucking told you.
That doesn't. What that movie's out already, isn't it?
It played
Yeah, and
fests,
that
I think.
movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's.
Clark liked it.
I didn't finish it.
So this is a paranormal comedy that follows a hopeless millennial reporter on the most
knew it
important
was the same
assignment
movie.
of his career, Bigfoot.
All right, what else you got? Clark's chugging what looks like Axe body spray. He's so upset about that. Oh, okay. No,
Oh, it's a pie.
it's a McDonald's pie. My bad.
I thought it was a flask.
They
for a
smell close.
No,
No. Keep going, Oksana. Don't let him.
before
no.
we get into very briefly,
Oh.
I want to mention that Randy, I got very into mezcal. I haven't had it yet, but I got very into
Oh
it
my.
because of an Instagram ad. And it's called Madre Mezcal, and I'm going to
Yeah,
try
I've
to
seen
send you the. Have you seen the ad? It's very
I
cool.
haven't seen the ad, but I've seen it in liquor stores and in friends' hands.
Okay.
It's a cool looking bottle.
Yeah, it is cool.
Dude, the ads are awesome. I'll
Cool.
try
Are
to
they
send it.
sponsoring us now? Is that why you're doing this?
I wish I would,
Okay.
because I'm thinking about drinking mezcal now, dude.
All right. Once they give you a check, then I'll promote this. Okay.
It's on movie number 2.
Movie number 2, which is also coming out Friday the 7th, is Initiation.
Separation, initiation. What the hell's going on?
No breathing.
This one has an exclamation mark in the middle of the word.
Initiation.
It's init exclamation mark Asian, which really confused me when I first saw it. I was trying to write it down.
You. Next movie.
So Winton University unravels the night. A star athlete is murdered, kicking off a spree of social media slayings that force students to uncover the truth behind the school's hidden secrets and the horrifying meaning of an exclamation point. I don't.
That's it. Apparently, they graffiti an exclamation point when they kill people or something. I don't know.
The top billed actor is named Froy Gutierrez. So I am in.
Yeah, Freud's tight, dude.
I like the mask
This-
that what I'm guessing is the slasher wears. Froy.
All right. What else you got?
Next week on Tuesday the 11th, Goodbye Honey comes to VOD.
Goodbye, honey. It's coming out next week.
Worth it.
After escaping abduction, a frantic woman must coerce an exhausted truck driver to hide in the back of her truck for the night. The two women take refuge not knowing what the rest of the night has in store.
What kind of truck, though?
Like an
You have to-
18-wheeler?
You have to tune in to find out.
If it's the truck from My Heart Will Only Beat Unless You Tell It To, then I'm in.
No, it's like a small big rig. It doesn't have
Oh,
It's a little big rig.
oh, is it from Over the Top?
Wait, it's not technically a callback if you do that before we talk about Over the Top.
I do it every week.
Does he?
It's a tease.
Not quite. All
Also,
right.
I feel like we talk about Over the Top once a month.
No, we don't.
It's
I've
been
never
a while.
heard of it.
No, it stained.
You've never heard of it?
Until an hour ago.
You said that.
Are you kidding me?
Wait, we already did that. You
I know,
can't.
but I didn't know that he did. I didn't know.
Yes, you
that he had
did.
never heard of it.
Okay, everybody listen
just-
right now.
I just thought he didn't see it.
What? You're gonna give people deja vu, dude, when they.
Dude, okay, very briefly, I just want to mention that I've seen Over the Top at least 5 times. Now, it's been a long time since I've seen it, but the last time I saw it was the night
Oh no!
of my grandmother's visitation.
What?
Her wake. We call it visitation.
Oh, okay. I was like, she went to jail and.
So it was the night of my grandmother's wake, and we were watching Over the Top. It was on TNT, and Over the Top was interrupted because we had just entered war with Afghanistan, and they cut in the middle of Over the Top
And
to
then
say
people-
that we just bombed Afghanistan.
And then everybody was mad at the wake. They're like, fuck. And they're punching her casket and shit. They're
I
like,
know. I was so mad. I was like, God, my grandmother's dead now. I can't see Sliced alone. Fucking kill it as a truck driver.
all right. The Little Big Rig and the Columnist.
Nope.
Oh,
It's another one that I forgot about. What's coming out on Friday the 7th? The Columnist.
Uh-huh.
Here we-
Columnist and author Femke is flooded with anonymous nasty messages and death threats on social media. One day she has enough and decides to take revenge.
Oh no.
Dun, dun,
Look, who directed that? Pronounce that name.
dun.
Ivo
Ivo
von
Van
Art.
Evil Von Art.
Ooh.
All right,
That's a
bit
cartoon character.
Dude, are you kidding me? People are mean to her online and now she starts killing them. All right.
That's
I mean, I'm
pretty
gonna
I
watch it.
mean-
I'm gonna watch it. I'm talking
Yeah.
shit.
Outside of anything else?
Nope.
Wait, when does Spiral come out?
That's next.
May 14th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, next week. For any questions, queries, concerns, or comments, please direct those at podcast@overlooktheater.com. Stitcher, Google Play, iTunes, the other one. Find us, like us, comment. Tell a friend, tell an enemy. It's not any of my business what you do on your own personal time. The Overlook Hour is available on Facebook as The Overlook Hour. The Overlook Hour is available on Twitter as The Overlook Hour. The Overlook Hour is available on Instagram as The Overlook Theater. And The Overlook Hour is available on YouTube as The Overlook Theater. Find us, like us, comment, tell a friend, tell an enemy. Randy?
Also now available on VOD is the new Roy Anderson film about endlessness. So yeah, give it a shot.
I almost watched it, but then I didn't.
You got to. It's only 78 minutes.
All right, Randy. Ryan Kruger's on. Take us home. I wandered the screaming desert for days, stumbling on cracked and bleeding legs. In the end, I got murdered to bits by a big scary ghost. I have a quick question. What the hell does that mean? I feel this is a semantically null sentence.
Creepy. Do you listen to the show? I'm curious.
What do you think?
Probably not.
Correct.
Last week I covered the show 2-Sentence Horror Story, and I gave a couple examples of the ones that they used. And I was wondering if you thought that held up to the CW show.
I have no idea. I only listen to Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hell yeah.
Wait, what is that?
It's on NPR.
Oh, damn! I got some good NPR bits coming up, but I don't want to play. I know.
I can't wait. Hit the door cue.
All right, bye.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. He's pretty punchy down here in Phoenix,
It's probably hot wherever you got him.
dude. It was so hot in the Uber ride from the airport. Man, it's like 98 down here right now.
98 degrees type band.
Yeah, Nick Lachey swung by.
Also, Uba, you must be a Catfish fan.
What?
So, Catfish UK kicked off, and I've caught up the first 2 episodes, and there's a nice black girl named Julie. I'm only mentioning that because her partner is clearly an albino or maybe a Nosferatu, but his name is Uba. And they say Uber. She calls him Oobs for short. But when they show his name on screen, how do you think they spell it?
Are they spelling Uba?
It's Uber.
Uber. UBER.
That's what you would think. But I call him Uba because it's OOHBA.
OOHBA?
Dude, Google it. He looks. So
Uba.
Oksana pointed out that he looks like Oh, I'm sorry. OOBAH. My bad. Oksana pulled that up and highlighted it for me. I'd hate to offend Uba.
Uba's tight.
Sense.
Here, who did you say he looked like that you nailed?
The guy who films a plastic bag in Not Another Teen or
Not Another Teen Movie. Have you guys seen that parody?
Of course.
Do you remember the guy that was filming the bag when they were making fun of American Beauty?
No.
Yeah, he was a good-looking guy.
He looks just like that, except like 18 shades paler. Like this guy's so pale that he's got blue in his skin.
Dude, I'm pretty sure that's a noticeable actor, that guy.
Yeah, Uba is going to be much bigger. Yeah,
By the way, when I was on the baseball team in the 10th grade,
Oh,
and we took a bus trip to Vicksburg, Mississippi. It's like, I don't know, a little over an hour. And we had a chartered bus, and the movie that was selected was Not Another Teen Movie.
oh no.
And the coach's 10-year-old daughter
Yeah, isn't
was
that
on
R?
the bus.
It's rated R.
Oh,
Right?
it's a hard R.
Yeah.
Dude, the movie opens up with a vibrator scene.
That's right. Yeah.
And so, yeah, we watched the first 5 minutes of Not Another Teen Movie on the team bus. And then I think they turned on Tombstone. It was always Tombstone. For baseball, we either watched For the Love of the Game, which was the Kevin Costner baseball movie, and Tombstone. For football, it was always The Program.
Oh, dude, the program's tight.
It was always The Program.
I love what's his name? Latimer, right?
Starting defense, place at the table.
Breaks that fucking
car window. And also, he's a giant. So the guy who played Latimer also played Leatherface in the Texas Chainsaw remake.
Oh, I know.
And the program, he's this giant dude, and he date rapes the smallest girl you've ever seen.
He was a tormented character.
It's so disconcerting. That scene is so disturbing because she looks like a 10-year-old child next to him.
Yeah, like some ogre just grabbed a little elf girl.
Randy, have you ever seen that movie?
Not Another Teen Movie?
No, The Program.
No, I don't think I have.
Dude, it is horrible.
Why would Randy watch The Program? Why? How would that ever appear on his radar?
We need to bring back Homework movies.
Oh, fuck that. Homework turned into cuck movies. I don't like either.
It did turn into a cuck situation. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I watch the internet too much.
Hold
But
on,
no,
now-
Randy needs to watch The Program and Blue Chips.
I don't know.
Randy, you may like Blue Chips.
I feel like I'm familiar with Blue Chips, but I don't know if I've seen it.
Blue Chips has Nick Nolte, and he plays a good basketball coach that turns into a dirty basketball coach, and Shaq is in it.
Okay. We got Ed O'Neill. Nice.
Dude, Blue Chips is good.
All right. Now, before I forget and before Clark brings up more sports movies we're never going to watch, I have to apologize because once again, I tried to tease a guest that was about to be on the show, and you may have noticed that they're not the name this week. So hopefully in the future, I'm not even going to mention the movie. If you remember, you remember. Hopefully they'll be rebooked.
Yeah, they're not dead or anything.
They're not dead. And it wasn't even, it's just, it always happens. If I ever try to tease like, oh, next week we got blank, then it can't work out from then on.
I know, that's what hurt us with Woody Allen.
Yeah. He went to jail right before we had him on. Also last week I brought up that whole fucking CW 2-sentence horror story thing because this week we had another what is this, the second or third one from a individual named Brench Fry. Now last week he had emailed us after hearing the first one hit air, and I don't know if this is a threat or I'm just gonna read it. It's pretty short. He emailed, "Dear the Overlook Hour, Thank you for chilling the spines of your listeners with the mysterious tale of the big scary spider and the big scary skeleton. Thank you for conjuring in your listeners' imagination the image of a fearful hand hovering over a keyboard. With each recited sentence, the spirit of French Fry grows stronger. French Fry will return to us thanks to the Overlook Hour. Yeah, I don't. So off air, we've been trying to figure out who this is. I don't think we know them. Clark, you had a new guess that they weren't from America.
Yeah, I think they're British.
All right. Well, they've so here. Okay, I'm just gonna behind the curtain. If anybody sends us a 2-sentence horror story, I'm gonna break his up. He's got over 10 in the canon now, and I think there's a chronological narrative to him that isn't very obvious. But if anybody sneaks one in, I'm gonna break them up.
Are
So
you are you saying Bridge Fry has a master plan, dude?
I think so, dude.
That is terrifying. That is the scariest master plan I've ever heard.
And also, I hope it becomes very clear that with a little interaction, we will give you the show. So if anybody out there wants to email anything, you get the keys to the car. What else do I got? Oh, and later on in the interview, I call a movie Requiem for a Boxer. I was wrong. Also, I feel like I should mention Rod Serling wrote it. It'll make sense later on.
Rod Serling.
He's not part of the Fork Company or whatever.
Sterling. You know, he doesn't.
There you go.
He doesn't have any stake in the silver.
You took a little walk, but I knew I'd see you at the end.
Wait, what? I didn't take a walk.
Well, did you? Are you doing okay?
No, I'm tired.
I can tell.
This was a terrible flight. A terrible flight.
All right. Well,
I farted in the shower. Here's what happened. I got in the room. I took a shower. I had the bar soap. I dropped the bar soap. I leaned over to pick up the bar soap, and I had a fart enter the chamber. So, you know, once the bullet enters the chamber, I went ahead and pulled the trigger. And it was interesting because I had just cleaned that region. So I was wondering if it was going to be a soapy smell. It was not.
Oh, man.
And, dude, don't fart in the shower. It's not fun. I pee in the shower all the time, but don't fart in the shower.
Okay, George Costanza.
I'm just saying.
Now, damn it, you fucking... Actually, you know what? I pulled... Last week I mentioned I had a bunch of audio I wanted to play. I'm pretty much going to get rid of a lot of it, unless it's timely. There is one that I thought you would really get a kick out of. And you know what? It seems like a good segue right now. Are you down to listen to a 23-second clip, Clark?
Yeah, let's go.
No context. You tell me. And there's a part 2. We'll vote if you want to hear it. Here we go.
What am I telling you?
I make it very short because what I'm drinking here will make you go to the toilet because tomorrow I have a colonoscopy. Means if I run away from the video is over and I will be on the shitter the next 4 hours. That tastes horrible.
All right. You got any idea who that was?
So he sounds German because it's almost Wolfgang Puck, but I don't think it's Wolfgang Puck. He sounds younger than that. Is it Uwe Boll?
Oh, dude, you nailed it. You knew my boy.
Nice.
You knew my boy was getting a colonoscopy. You follow him.
Yeah. Now, it's like he's crude, he's crass. I was like, it's Uwe Boll.
And I've got one more clip on you want to hear it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here's Uwe giving a hot take.
Similar horrible were the Oscars. Only a few notes. It has not anymore. There are no more good films. Where is The Godfather, Apocalypse Now, even Wolf of Wall Street, Dances with Wolves? These kind of films don't exist anymore. Instead, we have boring crap or depressing crap. And now everybody just is so in the Twitter cancel culture. Me too. We are all the same, one world, one peace, Black Lives Matter life, that they totally forget that a good film doesn't care about all of this.
Dude,
Oh, Uwe.
he opens up drinking some stuff that's gonna clear his bowels, and then goes into a 9-minute breakdown of the Oscars.
As a reminder, he is now a very successful restaurateur.
Wait, I forgot about that.
Dude, where are his restaurants? Because
I don't know.
All right, here we go. I was talking to a friend of mine this weekend about European travel. Dude, let's book it. Let's go to Uwe Boll's restaurants. All right, I gotta figure this out.
He's got one he opened the Bauhaus restaurant in Vancouver after noting a lack of German cuisine in the city. There you go.
Vancouver's this side, right?
Yeah.
Randy, you been to Vancouver?
Shortly, yeah. Like less than a day.
Did you go to Bauhaus?
I don't know if it existed when I went. This was like over 10 years ago, probably.
All right, dude, we're going to Vancouver, dude.
All right. We'll book him for the show. We'll talk to him while we're there.
Oh, dude. I went to straight.com, which released an article on April 20th of 2017 called, and it says Vancouver restaurant Bauhaus by reveled filmmaker Uwe Boll makes international dining list. But you scroll down and there's a video link.
Oh no.
And the title of the video on this article, it says "fuck you all."
And that's Uwe, right?
And that's Uwe.
Yeah, he's got a YouTube channel. It's not very good. But it's not just him sitting there talking either. So in that Oscar video I mentioned, he opens up with like an old Oscar clip and they introduce him and he does some light editing. None of it's very good. I just think he's like outlandish and
I just love his reference, his list of great movies. The Godfather, Apocalypse Now, Dances with Wolves.
Yeah. I think you're a fan of all those films though.
I have never and will never see Dances with Wolves, despite having the Laserdisc.
Okay. We have art hanging in the podcast room.
Oh, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
I think the Beaver trilogy, is it not in there?
When I gave it to you, it was.
Russell, go into my room.
No,
I need to know right now.
I'll tell you, blue is the warmest color was also in there, but you had that in your pile.
Okay, someone's got it. Who has my Beaver trilogy?
Okay, where is it? I'll go look.
It's it's in the bookcase. It's in my bookcase. You go into my room. It's directly on the left. I think it's near the bottom. It's big because I had to put it in diagonally.
That's bad feng shui, dude. All right, are you going to move on to Randy while I do this? Also, you mentioned the homework assignment, and even though we talked about it earlier, you might have forgotten the David Lynch homework assignment I put upon everybody.
I know, I did. I totally forgot because I totally could have watched it this week on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. And Randy, you did check it out, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah, me too.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, we could. What?
All right, we'll be back at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Time to watch it.
No, it's almost like it's like an hour 40. It's fucking long. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna go in your room.
All right, y'all gonna talk about it at the end?
Yeah, at the end of Randy. I don't know. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, but don't stop.
Believing.
All right, Rand Dog. What else did you get up to today? Anything of import?
No, nothing too crazy. I just had a nice little morning walk, got some coffee, got a egg and cheese bagel, sat by the lake, ate it there, talked to you guys, and then had another break, went and visited my grandparents, and then now we're back here.
Did you do a dinner?
Yeah, late lunchish.
What'd you do?
Just like sandwiches and stuff. And then I ate some pasta
wait.
at home.
Bro, you had a bagel and a sundae?
Yeah, dude.
You carbon up.
I didn't make the lunch. I just showed up and lunch was there, so I wasn't gonna complain about
I
extra carbs, you know.
I understand. I fully get it.
I also had pasta today too, but it was a veggie pasta, so less carbs.
Was it a cold pasta or warm pasta?
It's a warm pasta. They just have like substitutes for noodles, you know.
Oh, the noodles were vegetables. I understand.
Yeah.
What kind? Zooks?
No, just spaghetti.
No, but what kind of vegetable?
Oh, I think it was like a cauliflower type thing.
Oh,
Yeah, it wasn't
that
great.
makes sense. I tell you what, though, I don't hate a cauliflower crust pizza.
Yeah, it can be alright.
I don't hate them. Trader Joe's has a pretty decent cauliflower crust. Russ, was it not in there?
No.
Damn, what was in there? Just the normal shit?
A CD of the soundtrack.
Shit. Yeah, I don't know who I gave it to. I think it was maybe Coop.
Your uncle might have jacked it.
He definitely did not.
Is your uncle a big Trent Harris fan?
No. My uncle did love the Beach Bum.
Nice.
Boo.
Dude, you're wrong about the Beach Bum. It's great. 5 stars. Randy, what'd you see?
So I watched a 25-hour Twitch stream, telethon type of thing, raising money for the Restaurant
Hacks.
Workers Community Foundation. It was the Doughboys podcast. They had their 25-hour live stream on Twitch, and it was pretty good. It was fun. It started off with their 5th review of the restaurant Taco Bell, and then it ended with a separate group doing the 6th review of Taco Bell.
I don't hate that.
It was pretty good. You had a lot of guests come in. Carl Tart popped in a couple times.
Hell yeah.
PFT was on.
What about the commissioner?
Commissioner showed up and he had the worst internet connection ever, and it was very bad, but it was pretty funny. But yeah, it was fun. It was cool.
Did Zook show up?
Zook showed up too. Yeah, towards the end. So
do you think they'll do a clip for this week's episode?
Yeah. So I'm not sure when the first Taco Bell episode is going to be up, but I think that's going on the normal feed, and then I think all of it is still up on Twitch. So I think they saved like everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's up.
Is it for pay?
No, it's just up there.
Oh, dude.
Apparently, in the middle of the night, Mitch and one of his Quincy friends watched The Mummy with Brendan Fraser, and they just did like a commentary on it for a couple hours.
Oh.
So I missed that, but I might have to go back and watch it.
Dude, that's worth it. Dude, I like The Mummy. I don't care what you say.
I haven't seen it in years. But...
The Mummy, it's a fun franchise. Russell, your thoughts?
What about the daddy?
What about the baby?
Okay.
I know hip hop.
I barely know that reference.
The baby. By the way, we never talked about when we saw the baby.
Oksana pulled it up too, right?
I know.
How do you know? She just pulled it up on her computer. It's going to be in the YouTube video.
Because I know how Oksana works.
Okay. She's laughing, but I turned her mic off. I know how you care about that, Clark.
Dude, you gotta stop gaslighting her, dude.
All right.
Yeah, Doughboys live stream. It's pretty fun. They raised $183,000 for restaurant community.
So did us.
We did triple that.
Dude.
Yeah, we did half a mil.
We ran away with it too. Quit our jobs.
Speaking of Doughboys, I watched a movie with some Doughboys guests. Some
oh God.
Yeah, some people who have been on there. It's called Golden Arm. Came out this year, I believe, a couple days ago.
Yeah, I was gonna watch this and I forgot.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a 90-minute kind of like a female sports comedy in the world of arm wrestling, ladies arm wrestling. So the premise on IMDb: a tough lady trucker trains her wimpy best friend to compete in the National Ladies Arm Wrestling Championship. So the two main characters, the wimpy best friend is played by Mary Holland, and the tough trucker lady is played by Betsy Sidaro, both who have been on Doughboys and are in a bunch of comedy stuff. Yeah.
Also, Betsy Sidaro, Russell John Fisher,
Mhm.
and Oksana Valerian of Osachi. Betsy Sidaro was in a short film featured at the Unnamed Footage Festival.
Oh, yeah.
Which one?
She was in the comedy one that was a TV pilot that we showed in UF 2.
Oh, okay.
She was a chef in that.
Yeah, it was really polished. I
Yeah.
remember that. And then you're like, oh, I know like everybody in this movie.
Yeah, because she was in that. Gabrus was in it.
Yeah.
A couple other folks.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it.
Something Obscura.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
But yeah, Golden
don't
Arm
know.
is it's pretty good. It's kind of like a road movie. So essentially, the beginning of the movie, you see Betsy Sidaro in like some dive bar, and she's arm wrestling, and she gets injured very badly, and then so she's in like a competition. She like wants to win, the grand prize or whatever in a couple months at this big tournament. And yeah, she gets injured pretty badly, and then she goes to see her old friend, played by Mary Holland. She's like just working at like a bakery and has a kind of a much different life than Betsy Sidaro's character has. But they used to arm wrestle when they were younger. They were, old friends back in the day. And so she kind of cons her into coming on a road trip with her and then getting her into this arm wrestling competition because she has what they call a golden arm, essentially. So she's just great at arm wrestling. She has like, she looks like she wouldn't be good at it. She's kind of wimpy, but she's got a strong arm. And yeah, it's like I said, it's kind of like a buddy, like a female comedy road movie, kind of a sports movie. Yeah, it's nothing like super original, but I think all the people in the movie have like really good chemistry, and yeah, it's pretty funny. And Eugene Cordero is in it too. Ron Funches is in it. One of the
Ronnie
people
Funch.
from The Office, Kate Flannery's in it. So yeah, a lot of comedy people, and it's yeah, it's fun.
And it's a prequel to Goldfinger.
Yeah, and also The Man with the Golden Arm.
Is it better than Over the Top?
Randy doesn't know what Over the Top
Yeah,
is.
I don't think I've seen that.
Now,
Are you kidding me?
hold
you
on.
have never seen Over the Top?
I was
No.
actually going to ask him that too. It's an arm wrestling movie from '87.
Dude,
It's
with
got
Stallone. It is the best movie
Now,
of Stallone's career. That's not true.
I was
It's
more of a
top- it's top
Schwarzenegger
15.
guy.
Dude, I'm Stallone. I know I'm in the minority with that probably. But I'm
'cause you're
Stallone
short.
over Arnold, and it's not even close.
because you're a little man.
Also, dude, I've never. All right, last week I wasn't going to say this, but I tried to watch Cliffhanger, and I couldn't do it.
Oh,
I've never seen Cliffhanger, and I couldn't do it.
cool. Thanks.
It made me too anxious, man.
Now, back to Over the Top. My grandfather.
I was going to bring this up.
Yeah, he was a world champion arm wrestler, and he had been around. He eventually got so old that they were making new divisions for him. And at one point, one of the times I'd seen him, I asked him about Over the Top, and he said he was actually like after that movie came out, it kind of like took over the world of arm wrestling. And the next event he did, the grand prize was the truck from the movie. They were,
What?
yeah. And he was in a division that wasn't eligible for that already, but he had no kind word for that movie.
I bet.
And yeah, and it just talked about how it was like a misrepresentation of the whole thing. Also, I don't know if I ever talked about him on this show before, but he's the one that told me I have tiny hands and I could never arm wrestle. Because, everybody's just like, oh, do it, arm wrestle him. I'm like, why the fuck would I do that? Like, I'm not tall, and he's the big dude. And like, they're like, yeah, but you like to lift weights and shit. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not dumb. And then I sat there and he looked at my hand and he went, yeah, you can never do anything with those.
Wow.
And then I think I was managing a round table at that time. And that story came up and they started calling me a T-Rex there. They're like, oh, your T-Rex, these tiny. Yeah, it was good. Also, a lot of discoveries on the T-Rex front. Have you all been keeping up with that?
Tammy and the T-Rex?
I mean, is it necessarily that the T-Rex has a small hand or opposed to the small arms?
I think it was the arm and the hand included.
Yeah.
I mean, in Jurassic Park, they had like 2 fingers.
Yeah.
A tiny hand. But apparently there were like 1 billion T-Rexes on this planet.
Really?
And they now think that they were like a pack animal. Like they traveled in groups.
Also, don't they think they had feathers?
Yeah, that's a whole hollow bone theory. I'm more of a flat earth guy.
God, if dinosaurs had feathers, I'm done, dude. I can't. I don't want to be here anymore, man.
Well, before we started recording, I was talking about how there was no interesting news. One of them was our space division figured out that if an asteroid was headed at Europe, we could do nothing about it. So
why
maybe
specifically Europe?
I don't know. I didn't read it. I didn't open the fucking article. I was like, that's good enough.
Fair.
I don't care. All right.
I mean, if an asteroid does hit Europe, I mean, we're cool, right?
Probably not. It'd be the equivalent of Bill Gates flying around and blocking out the sun with all his particle chemicals.
Dude, Europe is way far away, man.
But what if it impacts so hard it opens up a hole to the core of the Earth where all the kaiju live?
Let's
Again,
go.
it's going to have to be pretty big. Because, dude, you've got the entire Atlantic Ocean and then the entire United States, contiguous United States. I think we're good. Bring it.
All right.
Sorry to all our UK listeners.
French fry. If you stop eating, we'll know.
Also, I'm down with the kaiju.
Okay.
Dude, I guarantee you there's kaiju right now.
Randy, did you wanna talk about Hotel Room?
I'm good. You can bring it up later.
Now that just makes me think you're not excited. Here, let me just get it out of the way here. So it had popped up in some article that David Lynch had made there was a pilot that consisted of 3 episodes on HBO that was a test run for a TV show. It didn't work. Mulholland Drive had a similar backstory, I believe, and we all kind of love that. And oh man, Hotel Room, dude, I've never felt so destroyed by the digital era as I did watching that movie. I had such a hard time paying attention, and I kept going in and out, in and out. It's basically it's one hotel room, 3 stories that happen years apart. I think one's in the 90s, one's in like the 20s, one's in the 70s, and they're basically kind of that David Lynch theme of all the true horror happens, behind the white picket fence, except it's not as like, I don't know, polished of an idea, and it feels kind of like a lowbrowed Rod Serling, like kind of like Twilight Zone thing. There's a lot of there's a weird theme of like what happens in the hotel room is very transitional, and people treat each other a certain type of way in this temporary home. And like the first one is a dude comes up with a prostitute, and then another dude barges in and asks, "Did you pay her already?" And when he says yes, then that guy sleeps with her. And I don't know what the fuck they were talking about. I kept popping in and out. The second one is kind of like Sex in the City. The third one had our boy Crispin Glover and a PTSD girl. And
oh, she's single?
Dude, you wouldn't be into her. She seems like she's got a lot of You're down with a lot of baggage, though.
Oh yeah, bro. I'm a fucking bellhop for girls with baggage.
Dude, they mentioned the bellhop many a time in that show. Actually, you rolling around on the bed is being picked up by that mic.
All right, what about now? Is it better?
Randy?
It's better now.
Okay. Crispin Glover talks about Chinese food for like a third of that short, and I was so tempted to just mine it. But I knew if we talked about Chinese food, we'd have to talk about your favorite guy, Clark, the succulent Chinese dinner.
Eating a meal, a succulent Chinese meal.
Yeah, and I knew I couldn't do that. I will say, for those, man, we were talking to Robson online via Twitter, and he kind of summed it up best. Where if you're going in there for like crazy, surreal, weird David Lynch, it's not what you want. But if you're on the level with the film, I'm sure it can please you. It's a little too stage for me. Like, it feels very theater. And it's got that bedding music that David Lynch loves, where it's like a dude with a hi-hat and a infrequent snare with a like jazz bass.
Oh, and so like the Shags.
No. I bet he would be into it though. He'd be into the Shags.
Who isn't into the Shags? The Shags are the best band of all time.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Hotel. I'm curious if anybody actually watched it because they put it out there. If you did, I don't know, tweet at us or something, email, and I'll believe you. And then tell me a movie that you want me to watch, and we'll be even. And I'll watch it.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one that like could not pay attention watching it due to like the quality.
Dude, well, I don't know if it was the quality, but it was definitely like it could not hold my attention. Kind of like Clark, who's pacing around his fucking hotel room. Actually, you're in a hotel room right now. That would have been good radio.
I know good radio, dude.
Have you seen the?
No, then you would have watched.
Have you seen the HBO show Room 104?
I've seen like 2 episodes.
Wait.
Yeah, there's basically an anthology show that. It's basically a hotel room anthology show that the Duplass Bros produce.
Yeah.
Oh, why do I know that that's better?
It's good so far. I mean, I've only seen a couple episodes as well, but they got a lot of good directors and stuff on it.
And
James Vanderbeek is in an episode.
Crispin Glover over James Vanderbeek any day.
Oh no, dude.
Now. It's been on for a minute.
Just because you met Crispin Glover.
Oh, also that short we couldn't remember the title to is Artista Obscura.
Yeah, I thought it was that. I knew it was ours. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's going.
Okay. Yeah, let's close the book on that.
So, Randy, I know you have a problem with...
you and that mic, dude.
What's wrong? I thought I was doing...
Why did you roll around on the bed and now you're at a computer chair like a normal human?
Why can you just not roll with the punches like Randy?
It is what it is, man.
Randy,
this is the situation now.
He's cutting himself. Yeah, dude.
I'm fine. This is the situation now.
Yeah, this is Mike the situation.
Also, he bought you a damn mic that you can't use. Why? Like,
as a reminder, I
forgot the dongle.
I forgot the dongle, dude.
You are a fucking dongle.
I am a dongle. A detachable dongle.
And you're welcome for being introduced to that song.
I've never heard that song in my life.
It was written for you. I don't know how you never heard of it.
I know it's pretty good.
And we're talking about detachable penis, which I showed him off air after our interview.
By the way, I totally would invest in a detachable penis.
Why?
No question.
Why? What would it do for you?
Well, that's under the assumption that I could upgrade to a bigger penis.
And what would you do with it?
Walk around and show it.
You just flash people?
Yeah, I would showcase it.
I'd wear a jacket.
I'd wear even tighter pants. Dude, I have got to get new clothes.
You'd lose it. If it could come off, you would lose it, dude.
I 100% would lose my detachable penis. Again, I don't know. I mean, if you're in the detachable penis game, I have to assume that you can acquire multiple models. So you would have backups, and like, one day you have a nice 5-incher, one day maybe you want to get weird, you want to get a 9-inch black one. So like, you can play the field.
You get like a Cat Sick Blues barbed one.
Oh yeah.
Okay, what did you watch?
I watched 2 movies. The first movie is on Netflix. It came out a few
Cliffhanger.
months ago. I think it came out early March, maybe before. I don't know. It's called I Care a Lot, and it's not good. Here's the deal. What's her name?
Rosamund Pike.
Rosamund Pike, who I have had a crush on for many years. I just like her. I think she's attractive. I think she's talented. I like her. She's a twat in this movie. She's very good. But essentially, she plays a woman who opens this film with a monologue. Right there, bad start. And not because it's a woman speaking, but just because, like, movies with a monologue, like, that's an uphill battle for me already. I was like, oh, all right, you're preaching to me from the first scene. I want to say shot and scene, so I said sheen. She plays a woman who says that if you want to succeed in life, you have to cheat. So she cheats. And what she does is that she is a legal guardian for the elderly who have been deemed they cannot take care of themselves, and they become her wards. And she works inside deals with doctors and other medical professionals, including like caretakers of nursing homes, so that they can get a cut. So essentially, is that she gets these people and then she takes over their estate and then sells all their belongings, sells their home, and pockets the money. But it's all done legally. So she's got this little side racket going, and she does this to Diane Wiest. Is that who it is?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't you watch the movie?
I know, but I don't have it pulled up. But I think it's Diane Wiest. Pretty sure it's Diane Wiest. And but lo and behold, Diane Wiest is not who she says she is. Bum bum bum. Turns out she is the mother of the boss of the Russian mafia, who is played by Peter Dinklage. Peter Dinklage plays the boss of the Russian mafia who has no Russian accent.
Now, is it comedic intent or?
It's a little bit of everything. Like it mixes the slapstick humor with, then it just tries to out-top itself, and it just becomes a parody of itself by the end, and it gets so ridiculous. And this woman is ahead of the game at every opportunity, and it becomes fantastical and ridiculous. But I was never bored with the film. I don't know, for whatever reason it kept me going. It's a little long. I think it's right at 2 hours, but the ending is absolutely insane and ridiculous. Also, our boy Bacon.
I was just
Macon
Bacon?
Blair. Macon Blair shows up, not Bacon Blair.
Making Bacon, our boy?
Isn't that his name?
yeah. I was just about to ask about
Yeah.
it, ain't it?
Yeah, from Green Room.
The
Yeah.
Making Blair Witch.
So I'll go ahead and spoil this. He
Oh,
plays
okay.
he plays the guy who is at the beginning of the movie who tries to sue her because she fucked him and his mother over. And he shows up in the last scene and he kills her after she joins Peter Dinklage, who's tried to kill her the whole movie, and she outsmarts Peter Dinklage. And then Peter Dinklage is like, you know what? You're pretty smart. let's work together and make billions of dollars. So that's what they do. And then at the end, she's walking around in a power suit, and he shoots her in the titty.
Tight.
End of movie.
All right. What's your other movie?
The other movie is a movie that I have. It's been on my radar for quite some time. I believe it came out in 2009, and I kind of wanted to see it, and I never did. It is called Harry Brown with Michael Caine, and I believe it came out the same year as Gran Torino, and it is somewhat similar to Gran Torino. It's basically kind of a mix between Gran Torino and a little bit of Nobody, mixed with basic bitch procedural drama. Man, it's interesting for a while, but overall, I don't even remember how it ends. I think he died. I think he dies too. It's just it drags out, and essentially, Michael Caine plays a veteran whose wife just died, and he gets very sad and he cries, and then his very close friend dies, and he also cries a lot more than his wife, and then he starts enacting revenge on all these gutter snipes doing drugs in his neighborhood.
And you don't remember the end?
I honestly don't remember the end.
All right, what would you rate?
No, I do remember the end. Yes, I do remember the end. He gets vengeance.
Okay. Oh, wow.
But he may have died.
All the posters look like you would love this piece of crap.
I know, it's not great. It was pretty disappointing. It's a little slow, and Michael Caine is fine, but it just didn't do a whole lot for me.
Now, what would you rate it on Letterboxd?
I don't think I have. I would probably rate it.
Oh, yeah, you want to say 3, but you know where I'm going to go with that.
2.5.
Yeah, in the middle, right? Because
no,
you know
but that's different. But that's different. Your version of the middle and my version of the middle is not the same.
No, you know what it is. It clicked. What is the opposite of love?
Okay, I understand that. Lukewarm, I understand what you're saying.
What's the opposite?
Then rate it.
No, come
hate.
on.
Hate is the opposite of love.
It's not hate. It's
love,
apathy.
It's apathy. Oh, your packaging. I understand what you're doing.
It's apathy, motherfucker. 3 is the worst.
Yes, that's why I rate apathy the lowest. Thank you. That's why I Care a Lot is a 5-star film.
Whoa, this shot that Oksana pulled up, it looks like Michael Caine's about to shoot a dude in the dick. Did that happen?
I don't think so.
All right, I'm gonna make that the thumbnail. Save that image. What the fuck is happening?
Apparently there's an actor who goes by Plan B in this movie too.
Brad Pitt's production company?
I was thinking the same thing. I think he's a musician or something.
He's a hack.
Yeah, I need to watch better movies down here.
Yeah, you do.
It's all Arizona got, dude.
I know. Well, it's not looking good for me to watch a movie tomorrow because I got the day off down here. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go fucking pick needles off a cactus.
Put them in a haystack.
This town is stupid. I don't understand why people live here on purpose. It's 100 degrees down here.
I'm telling you, I had a good time last time we were in Arizona.
The name of their sports teams are the Suns and the Diamondbacks. Then they've got the Cardinals.
I was a Diamondback fan for a minute.
I'm sorry, what?
I was. You know, Triple Play Baseball. I like their stadium.
They do have a nice stadium.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why.
Well, you were a Luis Gonzalez fan?
Nah, not that deep into it. Just like the stadium.
Just a fan of architecture.
When we went down there for a different job, I found Gnome Books And I remember walking around in there and being like, whoa, they turned in a, dilapidated house. Like it was a residential house. They turned into a bookstore. And then in the back, there was a group meeting and there was a lady reading about masturbating to her Pokemon game on Game Boy. And it was almost like in a movie where I'm like, what the fuck? And I turn over and on the cork board, it said tonight, sexuality and Pokemon meeting in the back. And yeah, they had open mic where you talk about Pikachu making you hard.
What does this have to do with the Arizona Diamondbacks?
Oh, the team was there and they were actually participating that night.
Dude, I never masturbated to Pokemon.
You don't like
But
Pokemon?
I don't like Pokemon, but I did masturbate to the witch in Banjo Kazooie.
Oh, what? Okay, can you pull that up, Oksana? I don't know
when she turned hot.
Wait, how did you pause the game?
I just mental image.
Oh,
Nice.
Congratulations! You gotta wait a minute.
When she turned hot.
Google when she turns hot.
Dude, there's got to be porn of this girl all over the internet, probably. Is her name Grunty or is that the artist here?
I think it is.
Evolution of Gruntilda from Banjo Kazooie.
Oh, dude, you type in Banjo Kazooie, hot Grunty shows up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I used to crank it.
Okay. I don't know how to move away from this now. We're looking at grunty images.
I mean, if you can't handle my vulnerability, brother, like
just put in hot grunty.
Y'all haven't found it yet?
No, we're looking at it, but she's looking up weird things. Hot grunty. I've never heard of this. I'm kind of shocked. Not a Banjo Kazooie fan though.
Oh, Banjo Kazooie was tight. Randy, your thoughts?
I played it a couple times. It's a good game.
All right. It didn't take long to find nudity here. Now, why did she become hot?
I don't remember.
Yeah, you do.
I really don't.
It's not important. Okay,
not important.
Are you done? I'm gonna wrap this thing up pretty quickly.
Do it.
All right. What the fuck did we watch? Oh man. On Friday, we went out to the movie theaters. We returned to the mall where Chuggy dodged. I was waiting for you. Where Chuggy, dodged bullets like he was in the new Matrix. And we saw Separation. I don't know. I don't know what to say about this film other than you may have seen a trailer for it, and it looked like Art the Clown was doing the Exorcist bent over backwards walk on the floor thing. And that's probably the only thing that would have stuck out in your mind. Also, our girl, Madeline Brewer's in it, who I didn't recognize the whole entire film until after Terrell was looking up what people thought of it, and everybody was saying they loved her in it, but hated the movie. So Separation is a film about an unbelievable marriage falling apart. The father in this fantasy is a comic book artist who penned something kind of like, what's a good Hot Topic comic book?
Oh, the girl from Cam.
Yeah, the girl from
I
Cam.
mentioned that last week.
It looks like some Roman Dirge art.
Yeah, it looks like a Roman Dirge comic book. And
okay, well, we also got Brian Cox in this, and what's her name's daughter? Meryl Streep's daughter.
The daughter of Streep?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Mamie Gummer.
Oh, dude.
What is going on?
Mamie Gummer. Okay, now Mamie Gummer's she's a weird looking lady. And
I'm into it.
I know you would be. I'm not saying she's unattractive. I'm just saying she's weird looking, and it was hard to pinpoint her age. So in the movie, she's the wife of the lead. And the lead in this movie is a kind of I'm trapped in the 90s forever comic book artist, which I mean, even as a protagonist, we don't see movies like that anymore. So we're introduced to him and a girl, and he's showing her this art, and this girl's like, oh my God, it's amazing. At the time, I didn't realize that was Madeline Brewer. And so Mamie Gummer shows up, and she's like, where's our daughter? And then their daughter is in the attic and she's playing with all the creepy toys that her dad had created when people gave a fuck about his comic book. And for some reason, she climbs up to this attic window and she's up there. There's a bird tapping on it. The bird flies away. She somehow falls. She flies like 10 feet across, grabs a beam, and is hanging from a beam in the attic, going, oh no. And like her fingers are coming off one at a time. This movie's fucking ridiculous in like a mundane, boring way. She falls. The mom comes up there, is like, what the fuck? Like, you're supposed to be watching her. And she's like, ooh, she likes to do her own thing. And then that girl's like, oh, I'm the babysitter, but I don't care. And then she leaves. And then there's fucking 2 more hours of this. In the first 10 minutes of this movie, there's the CG bird, which you would have hated, Clark. You would have hated that CG bird. Then we move almost directly into CG fire at one point. Oh, man. So the mom... So they instantly move towards divorce. They're like, this is over. And the mom is like, she's the breadwinner. And she's like, you're a fucking loser and your comic book blows and nobody cares about you. So I'm going to take the daughter. You can have the house, but I never want to see you again and we're moving. So he's like, no, but I love you. Don't do it. I can do stuff. And next thing you know, he's at a coffee shop with his daughter, but he's such a fuck up in like a way that the audience can't even get behind him. He goes to the wrong coffee shop. So she's like, where are you? I'm here. And he's like, oh, I thought you said this coffee shop. And she's like, you can't do anything right. This is why I'm taking our daughter away from you. And then she's hit by a car. The car doesn't stop. She flips up in the air, lands on the ground, and is in the worst CG puddle of blood I've ever seen. Then cut to her memorial. Her dad gets kind of thrown into giving a speech. He's such a clunky fuck up that he's just like, oh, she's pretty cool. He doesn't look distraught at all. Then there's a picture he painted of his family and his daughter. Her dad is like, take that thing down. She hated you. She would have hated having this painting up. And while he's giving the funeral speech or eulogy, maybe it's not really a eulogy, a fire starts. The fire starts melting the painting in a way that no painting would ever melt. It burns his face only into like a droopy kind of like scary face. Like what was that movie with the Snapchat filter that was killing people? Truth or Dare. And it looks so goofy and dumb. Then whatever. There's 2 more hours of this goddamn movie. It's 2 hours long. We get introduced to Art the Clown, who's not Art the Clown, and he walks upside down.
So that guy has been in a lot of stuff, and he was in Channel Zero as Pretzel Jack. So I just G-chatted you a thing because he's a contortionist, and he was on America's Got Talent.
Oh, okay.
He's been in several horror pictures.
Now, here's the thing. He's not bad. He's a confusing creature in this movie. Now, he's one of the characters that the artist dad had created. And there's a handful of them. He's the only one that comes to life and kind of torments people in their dreams. He's also narratively not important. What actually ends up happening is the dead wife comes back as a ghastly, like, witch figure who haunts the family and is kind of like tormenting them. Now, the only reason this is important is because the deadbeat comic, well, he runs into his old college buddy at that coffee shop. And he's like, hey, man, I opened up my own comic shop. Like, we're printing our own stuff. What are you working on? And he's just like, oh, I'm trying to find a job. And he's like, oh, dude, you should come in. Like, I love the Grizzlykin, right? Was that their name? The Grizzly. He's like, Grizzlykin was great. You should come in. Then his wife calls. This is right before she dies. And he's like, oh, I just got offered a job. We're rebooting the Grizzlykin. And that guy's like, dude, I didn't say that. I wanted you to come in as an anchor. And he's like, what? And she's like, see, I told you you're a fucking loser. You can't even do it. And then he's just like, oh, no. And he was like, oh, sorry, bro. I guess I should leave. Well, he tracks down that guy. And this is the only interesting thing in the movie. So that guy has this like future that never happened, probably on the 18th floor of whatever building he's in New York. And it's this modern artist utopia. And everybody's there and everybody's cool. And there's all this cool art on the walls. and he's in there and he's very hip. Like he's like the tech douchebags we work with, where he thinks he's cool and he's above the corporate game, but he's totally a fucking cog. And he's just like, hey man, yeah, I'm glad you took the job. We'll get you going right away. And this dude comes in with an English accent, and he's just talking about this new dark idea he has. And he's like, but I need a proper artist who's been tormented. We have to have somebody who knows true torment. And he sees some of the art that our 90s dude has been drawing now that his wife is haunting him. And he brings him into his room. And this is the most Joe Rogan echo chamber thing I've ever fucking seen in a horror movie. And he goes, have you ever taken ayahuasca? And it's like, oh, what the fuck is he here? And he's got no lights on in his room. He sits him down at a table and he has this little bowl. And he's like, wait, don't say anything. And then he hits it with like a drumstick and it goes, and he waits until the vibrations are done. He's like, now we can talk. And then he produces ayahuasca and he tells him, you need to get in contact with this ghost. You need to find out what's going on. And he goes into this whole fucking like, it felt like fucking Joe Rogan, where they're talking elves and shit.
Russell, I want to thank you for mentioning this because I think now I know what to do on my day off tomorrow. I clearly am 45 minutes away from somewhere where I can access ayahuasca in Phoenix.
Dude, I thought you were going to say watch Separation, and I was like, don't do that.
No, I mean, it
would
literally
hate
is
it.
across the street.
I think you need a couple days for ayahuasca.
Oh, it's not a Monday thing?
No.
Dude.
What are you, ayahuasca man?
Yeah, you got to go to like a retreat, and it's like a whole thing, and you know.
Nah. I thought I could just get a baggie of ayahuasca.
Nope. In Separation, homie sits down on the floor, and he's like, all right. And he has his notebook, and then he drinks a drink. And then it is the lamest, surreal moment I've ever seen in a movie. And I don't think it actually progresses the story in any way. I'm going to skip a bunch of shit. Everything is retread. Every twist in this movie, you see it an hour before it happens. And if I had known that our girl from Cam was the babysitter, then spoiler alert.
The baby.
It clearly would have been so obvious that she was the killer. You know, I didn't know it was her, and I still, like, me and Terrell were like, it's her, right? Like 5 minutes into this movie. By the end of it, it's revealed. There's a bunch of funny things that happen that aren't worth the wait. But at the very end of the film, there's a few things that happen. The mom being a ghost gets pretty ridiculous because it's one of those things where it's like, oh, the haunting I was doing was really to help you. And it's like, that's dubious. I don't know why you brought our daughter up on the roof and leaned her off like you were going to drop her just to push her back in. Also,
was she a Lisa Lamb?
Dude, oh, damn. I will tell you, they do fall from the roof at the end of the movie, but they don't die.
If I'm going to be in Phoenix for another 4 weeks, I'm going to do the same thing.
Well, not if you can't get out on your patio.
I know. They know.
They're like, you know, people staying at this Phoenix hotel, they're going to try and jump. We got to lock this door.
Dude, and it's a Juliet balcony. You barely got enough room to get out there on.
Well, is a Romeo balcony better?
By the way, Russ, when Amanda came over here yesterday, I introduced her to Steve Cosmic. And showed her. We watched the Steve Cosmic's first short film, Romeo and Juliet Have Herpes. Don't do it.
Okay. Well, I mean, I watched fucking Separation, dude. I can take anything on. Yeah, I can't remember what the fuck I was going to talk about.
Is this the worst movie you've seen this year?
I don't know, because I knew. So when we left, Terrell was like, God, that was bad. And he was like, what'd you think? I'm like, I agree with you, but
is it better than Mortal Kombat?
There was a lot to talk about. I don't know. Mortal Kombat, I genuinely like the violence in that movie. I wish they would have doubled down on just interesting, brutal choreography.
Sub-Zero's lame, dude.
I agree with you. But I also don't really like Scorpion. I think if they were going to do that, they should have just went hard into how dumb those ninjas are. and
Who's
just
your
fought
guy?
Smoke, Reptile in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know. I don't really have
Raiden.
a favorite.
Raiden's tight.
Raiden's cool. You know, I don't know. I kind of like Johnny Cage.
Johnny
really, though.
Cage.
Yeah, I don't really like him. You know, I like all the fucking villains. I like Goro and shit.
Yeah,
Give me a fucking
Goro is tight.
or Centauro. What the fuck was the Centaur one? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay,
Is that-
imagine Goro with a horse body.
Ooh.
Yeah, they made that. Wait, Oksana, is there anything you wanted to add about separation?
You were going to talk about the half-hour long scene of them falling from the roof or whatever.
No, I feel like I covered that. I mean, so they were falling and they were falling to their death, except it slowed down.
Oh,
and
they were falling slowly. My favorite song.
By who?
Glenn Hansard and
Glenn
Glenn-
Danzig.
not
There you
Glenn Danzig. Falling.
Oh, that was another news headline.
slowly.
Danzig said the Misfits could never happen because of cancel culture.
It's true.
Did you tell us that off mic or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
or-
before.
okay,
we started
I couldn't
recording.
remember.
Yeah, they were falling, and then
That's not true. How? That's not true because Guar is still very much a thing.
No, but he was talking about launching the band now.
Yeah, but that would be shit. No one would care.
Well, I mean, there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah, you can't launch that type of. Yeah, you can't launch that.
Well, I mean,
today.
you heard about that guitarist from Mumford and Sons. They kicked him out after reading Andy No's book,
Yeah.
just for reading a book. And then I don't know who said it, but they're like, "Since when have the good guys ever been the one to burn books?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's kind of a good point there."
That is true.
But like, imagine booting out Randy because he read a book.
I've been trying to read
Heck.
books. It's hard.
No, dude, tell me about it. Yeah, I don't know. Separation. Was there anything else? They do the dad of Mumblegums. What was her name?
Mamie Gummer.
There you go. Her dad in the film dies in one of the. I don't even think he dies.
Didn't die.
He takes a tumble down the stairs, which I hate in movies because they're
Oh, the
always
staircase.
Yeah, they're always fatal. And it's like, I've fallen downstairs before. I didn't even get that hurt. I'm like, when people are dying left and right.
It depends on how you fall. It depends on the staircase.
Nah.
This.
If you're in a movie, they're fatal.
Russell.
In real life,
Russell.
nah, not so much.
Are you kidding me? If you fall down a concrete staircase
Who's got concrete in their home?
that is covered in Vaseline,
Okay, if you have a Vaseline overage and it leaks out and you're walking up your concrete staircase
and you get shot,
and you're shot, okay. You get the Pfizer and it kills you on the way down.
or if you're an attorney of a historical author in North Carolina. Of course,
Okay.
I'm now talking about the Sundance
Battleship
Now
Potemkin.
/ Netflix series, The Staircase,
Oh, there was
which
a lot of
you're
blood.
a big fan of. That's
Yeah.
a great man. Staircase is great.
Anyway,
Also, I think he did it.
okay. So her dad falls down the steps. He's pushed by somebody off camera. They want you to think it was the ghost. It wasn't. It was the babysitter. He hits the bottom, and so he leans up against the wall. So imagine being horizontal at the landing of a staircase, but your head is crooked because of a wall. So his head was vertical, but his body was horizontal.
Like Tom Segura's arm.
Yeah. Yep. And he's just there like, "Urgh." And the 90s dad comes home and is just like, ooh. You know, honestly, that dad could have been played by Dave Coulier, and it would have worked for me. I think it would have been a better movie.
Cut it out, dude.
Yeah, if he was playing with puppets instead of doing fucking inking for a comic book, the movie would have been more succinct.
I totally forgot he had puppets.
Oh, yeah, red flags for pedophileville all over the place.
Not only was Coulier a hack in Full House, he diddled children.
He's a pedophile.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. They call the police and they're like, "Are you okay?" And he's not dead, even though his neck is like, man, Separation
back.
ruled. Oh, here we go. Rotten Tomatoes. Y'all want to guess?
It
0.
actually, the score went up.
Oh, the score went up.
36.
Clark?
2%.
Oh, damn. Okay, 36 and 0. Clark, you would have been right, what, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
We've moved up. Not as high as the 36. We're at 11. But the audience, because the critics, they're always so highbrow. They don't get horror. The audience, though, they bring their own seatbelt and they buckle up and they're ready for the ride.
Hey, I think White Boys is also at 11%. One of your favorite movies.
Dude, but White Boys, that's different. Also, dude, White Boys would not play well now. Fucking love White Boys, though. It's a good movie. Yeah. Audience score 34%. That means you all should say, fuck off Ben Wheatley and go see Separation instead.
Oh, yeah. I need to go see the Ben Wheatley movie.
Yeah, me too. Maybe you could
Where's
do
that?
that while you're in Arizona.
Yeah. What's that called?
In the Earth.
In the Earth. All right. It's playing like 19 miles from here.
Also, bring home ayahuasca.
Dude, I think I can. I got to find an ayahuasca plug.
All right, then we'll do an episode on it.
Dude, there's not. Oh, man, it's way far away.
Can you stop looking at, I don't know, maps? What the hell are you looking at?
What is Walking with Herb
The H is silent, dude.
as a PG movie?
Oh, I don't like it.
Dude, Separation's playing everywhere, man.
Check it out. It's really good.
I'm not gonna watch it. Why is Scott Pilgrim versus the World playing?
Oh, I know what I wanted to mention about Separation. At the end of the movie, they do this, everything is wrapped up with a bow. And he brings in the final comic and he hands it to his buddy from college and he goes, amazing. It's a shame it was a one-off because it's killing and we're all rich now. And he's like, you know what? I think I'm going to change the ending. And him and the English dude are like, what? What do you mean? And he's like, well, the ghost is never done. It always comes back. So then the English dude looks at the Dave Coulier guy and he said, where's your daughter right now? And then he runs out of the fucking office because the ending was changed in the comic book, I guess. It was really fucking stupid.
What the hell?
Yeah. The end.
Damn.
I don't think it actually ends there. I think there's like another half hour.
There it is.
Pass.
It's only an
Yeah, I
hour
know.
47.
Also, I think it was it written or directed by the guy who did The Boy?
I think directed. but-
Yeah. Love The Boy. I'll never back down off that, but
You love The Boy?
dude, I really like The Boy. I saw it twice in the theater.
The Boy is
Dude,
fair.
there was a lady behind us who threw her popcorn up in the air at the third act reveal. She freaked the fuck out. It was great.
That's excessive.
I had an elaborate lie, actually, about The Boy because I was trying to get Coot in there blind without pumping it up too much. So for a week, I had been like laying the groundwork to like kind of invite him tangentially to the theater without pumping up the fact that I was going to see The Boy again because I thought it was so good. And then last minute he backed out. So I ended up going again anyway.
I remember two things about The Boy. He was inside the walls.
Okay, you
And-
spoil it. Randy, god damn it. Cut this.
And the old people
You
walked
literally
into
just
the
spoiled
scene
an entire movie that just came out.
yeah, but
No.
nobody's watching it.
No, I'm talking.
No,
Yeah, no, Russell just told
Oh,
me to
yeah.
edit out what you're saying, even though he just spoiled a movie that literally just hit theaters.
that is
Yeah, but-
true.
Randy.
And then the old people walking into the ocean with like pockets full of rocks.
Dude, that's a rad 90s album name.
Dude, pocket full of rocks? That is good. Randy, do something with that. That's yours. All right. Speaking of pocket full of rocks, enjoy this week's interview. Ryan Kruger. He is a pocket full of sunshine. It was good to have Ryan back on, and he talked about his new short film, #Meow2, and also wanted to come back on to promote that Fried Berry is finally coming out on Shudder. So that comes out Is that Friday?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Friday.
Cool.
Friday the
So
7th.
the day after this show airs.
Yeah, my birthday.
Is
Yeah.
May 7th?
Yeah. And guess what? I got Gavin Newsom on the phone and he agreed to open up bars that day too. So I can't wait to see Randy out here. We're going to be litty
They're already
like a
open,
titty.
baby. I've been to one.
No. I'll send you the post. I got a whole thing for tomorrow. No, but I don't know. Maybe that's an East Bay thing because y'all are outlaws over there.
Maybe. Alameda County has historically been much more locked down than San Mateo County. I'm
Now,
sure
are you
a lot
talking
of shit
about,
is
like,
open
brewery-
near you. It's probably just reduced capacity. I'm sure shit is open.
No,
No,
thi-
for sure.
this is for San Francisco County, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because dude, I sat down in a BJ's like 2 months ago.
Where'd you get it?
BJ's.
Oh, the restaurant.
Yeah. I didn't get a Pizookie though. I should have got a Pizookie.
Hell yeah.
No, but if they serve food, that's different. I'm talking about just straight up
Oh.
bars where
Also,
No.
I've been to like 2 straight up bars in my life.
most straight up bars
not
will
true.
literally just sell like peanuts or a bag of chips to get around that. So
yeah, they were shutting down on that though. They had the Gestapo kicking the door and point guns at everybody.
I used to do shows at a bar who would sell lean cuisines.
hell yeah.
Oh, I thought you were just
That's
gonna
tight.
say lean.
Yeah, it was. They would have lean cuisines and hams.
Okay.
Oh, I'd rather have lean with the cuisine.
Dude, I like hams. I don't care
What about
you
lean?
say. There are certain lean cuisines that I will do.
No.
I believe they had like a beef stroganoff that wasn't bad.
Well, you know what they say. If you got time to lean, you got time to clean.
If you got time to lean, you got time to cuisine.
That's my new album.
Oh, dude. All right, we'll close on this. But when I was a video store manager, and I think
Oh,
I may have
God.
told this story once. I was not good at paperwork, and I got in trouble for being bad at paperwork. And
You got to write up bad at paperwork.
well, dude, I almost got fired because the store came and they cleaned up everything. We had like a whole district meeting, and the COO of the company and one of the vice presidents came to my store, and they saw a bag of DVDs that should have been damaged out, and they weren't. Like all these, and it was a mess. And I thought I was going to get fired on the spot that day. It was a horrible day. And they were coming back 2 weeks later, and they probably would have fired me, but the company went out of business, and so I avoided that. So I made it through liquidation. But yeah, I learned some hard lessons.
Congratulations, dude.
Anyway, but during that time,
You got him.
the COO came and was like, every speck of dust. I mean, this dude saw everything. And like we would have, the little end caps, like you have the shelves and you got the end caps, and like he would see if like the carpet was a little lighter around the corners because that would be dust. So he would say he had his little trick of like he would get Windex, spray the carpet, and then get a broom and flush it out. And he was like, if you got time to lean, you got time to clean. And
Oh.
he said that so many times, and I hate him.
Did you ever try lean?
I did.
Thank you for finally getting
get wasted on lean and clean.
Yeah.
It's very funny. Now I just think of Jamarcus Russell
Oh my god.
on lean. You don't even know who Jamarcus Russell is.
Yeah, I know him.
Jamarcus Russell was the quarterback of the Oakland Raiders, who was drafted number 1 overall. He was one of the biggest busts in NFL history. Very briefly, I'll tell you this story. They knew they were in trouble with Jamarcus Russell because one night they sent him a tape and they said, Jamarcus, here's footage of our next opponent. I want you to watch it, and then I want you to tell us what you think. He said, okay, coach, no problem. Next day he comes in and they said, Jamarcus, what'd you think of the tape? He said, oh, yeah, it's good. Anything you want to do sounds good to me. And they said, well, what did you think about this? Oh, yeah, everything looks good. The DVD they sent him was blank. So he just lied about everything.
Got him.
He went like 0-97.
And
Jamarcus
made
Russell.
$1 million billion.
I think he went bankrupt.
He put it all on red, the fool.
And then, dude, he was also like 260 pounds as a quarterback. And yeah, he got busted because he would always lean was a big thing. Fucking Dramamine or whatever. Anyway, all right. End of episode. Enjoy Ryan Kruger. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Ryan, how you been, man?
Yeah, I've been good, man. I've been good. Yeah, sorry about that. I mean, I'm probably the worst as well to like update shit on my laptop and stuff like that. So it's not off. It's only every now and then this shit happens. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? And I've got to update certain things. So, but thank you so much for accommodating me on Zoom.
Oh, no worries, man. We've done this. How many years have we done this? 4 or 5? I've lost track.
I think 4.
And
Probably 5.
shit happens. So you gotta be flexible. So we appreciate your flexibility on that, man.
Cool, man. Thanks so much.
All right, Randy, we good? Everything good?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, Ryan, dude. Thanks for coming back. I guess last time you were here, it was episode 208.
Been what, around August, September?
Yeah.
September 2nd. Look at that.
We were
crazy. Time goes by so quick.
And it's never been quicker. It's never gone quicker than in the past 14, 15 months, as far as I'm concerned.
Right? I don't know, like for me, I don't know, like time just goes by like, I don't know, like I'm busy like a lot of the time. And then when I think back to like certain things, I'm just like, fuck, that felt like not like a few months ago, you know?
Yeah.
So it just things, I don't know, maybe that's just me.
Well, no, when we were talking about having you back on and we found out about your new short, we're like, well, didn't we just talk to him like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
like, how did he?
A month or so ago.
We're like, how did he make a short? And we're like, oh God, no, that was a long time ago, actually. But dude,
the funny thing about hashtag me out too, I actually shot that before Fry Barry.
Really?
And the interesting thing was I shot it before Fry Barry, then the whole Fry Barry thing came about. So Fry Barry was more important for post and everything to get done. So I just had to put it on the back burner, hashtag me out too, because Fry Barry was more of a priority to get done and to work on. So yeah, I just had to leave it for a while until I had time to actually do it,
Dude, Meowt, you shot that prior to Fried Berry?
Yeah, crazy.
That's really impressive. I mean, it definitely looks like a short coming off of your feature. Like your style is it's so clear in your short. Wait, how many shorts have you made prior to Fried Berry?
I don't know. I've done quite a few, but since 2017, where I shot the short experimental of Fry Barry, the 3-minute one for the feature. So what I wanted to do back then, before Fry Barry, the feature was even on the cards, I said to myself, I want to shoot 8 short experimental films where I can do whatever the fuck I want and I can, do my style, and I don't have to worry about, I don't have to worry about like record labels or managers or it getting on TV. I just wanted to do like my style and my stuff. So it's been a 4.5-year project shooting 8 experimental films. The first one being Fry Barry, the shorts. And then I shot this other one, Swither, which I've sent to a few festivals a while back. The Man Who Beat the Man, about this boxer. Did that, sent that to festivals, and then obviously now with Meow 2, and then just last week I shot another experimental. So it's been this ongoing thing, and it's actually some of my favorite work as well. So it's funny that like with Meow 2 now, it's basically starting to hit all the festivals that Fry Barry played at as well, which is cool.
Dude, I want to watch The Man Who Beat the Man. Are any of these available like online?
No, that's the that's the really annoying thing, because I want it as a collection. So after each one's done, I'll send it to festivals. And yeah, after each one's done, I send it to festivals, and then I want to bring it out as either I want to have an exhibition and screen like all 8 of them, or find a perfect platform to release them all at the same time, or I can release one a month. But it's actually some of my favorite work. So The Man Who Beat the Man was it's basically a guy that's in a boxing ring, which is John H. Tracy. He was the world welterweight boxing champion of the world, like back in the day. And it's very much like actually, I can't think of the movie at the top of my head now. It's the Raging Bull. It's that black and white, very grainy. So yeah, that was a really actually fun one to do. So there's some of it, like some of these pieces of my favorite work, and it's not even out. And that's why, like, when you take a short to a festival and you're not uploading it straight away, it's like it has to hit all the festivals, which is great because then loads of people get to see it and there's that advertisement. But then, you can't put it online. So it's like the waiting game for all of them. So I've been trying my best to try film them, send it off, so then it becomes quicker, to get online. Because then everything you make, even with a feature, it's like you shoot the feature, you put it on a festival run, which is about a year, just over. Well, we started the festival run for Fry Barry in March, and we've got like one more festival, and then Fry Barry releases in 5 days on Shudder. So it's the turnaround time. It's like a delay of a delay. So you've got to shoot the film, then you've got post, and then you're gonna wait a year for the festival run, and only then it comes out. So it's the turnaround time is crazy. So it also makes you think, shit, I need to work quicker, I need to work faster, and I need to put more stuff out, which is nuts.
Can you work faster? Look at how many shorts you
I'm trying.
Yeah, man, you got like 30 shorts, dude.
Now, first off, congratulations on getting on Shudder. I think that's going to be the perfect place for Fried Berry to drop. And ever since our last episode, people have been checking in regularly, asking about Fried Berry. I think you made such an impact, and the visual styling it works really well online, and people are pumped for it. And when we saw Meow 2, I was like, okay, yeah, you could pair Meow 2 with Fried Berry.
Yeah.
And the visual styling,
it's kind of in that same world,
Yeah, and that's why I'm looking, when we're talking about your other shorts and The Man Who Beat the Man, when I pull that up, it looks like fucking Requiem for a Boxer. Have you ever seen that film?
I don't know what's it about, apart from being a boxer.
Similar idea, where it's an older boxer who is looking to get into a fight. It's got Anthony Quinn and Jackie Gleason, Mickey Rooney, and I think 62. I watched it on TMC, and it's black and white, and it's beautiful, and it's just a drama about boxing.
Heartbreaking.
And the thing is, I know the horror community, and they're going to see Fried Berry, and they're going to want to put you in a corner, and they're going to be like, this is the fucking psychedelic UFO motherfucker who is kind of like the new Refn. He's got a lot of neon light, and it's always a wild ride. And then you're going to come out there with some heavy shit, some heavy black and white short about a boxer, and I think you're just going to blow it open. I think this is going to work out great for you.
Yeah, I hope so. And it's just, yeah, I think the people that like follow in South Africa, I have like a lot of followers, and I'm quite known, as being a music video director in South Africa. I'm doing, more narrative stuff within music videos. But I think, this past year and hitting all those festivals around the world. It's been crazy. It's been nuts that I've got all these like weird fans now from, all these different countries, which is amazing. So, I mean, yeah, I think Fried Barry, definitely like pushed me out there like a hell of a lot just to, for people that follow my work and stuff like that. And I think Meow 2 is great to ride off the back of it as well,
Yeah, I'm just predicting almost like when James Wan made Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Where it's just like people are like, "Oh, dude, stay in your lane." Because dude, Fried Barry just works so well. It's such a succinct vision.
For the record, James Wan crushed Fast and Furious.
No, of
Thank you very
course.
much.
But I think horror fans, we like to have our it's almost like your favorite band. Like you don't want to share it with people. Right. And you're kind of like, this is my
I think that horror fans more so are very possessive.
Oh yeah.
In that nature.
Yeah, for sure. And materialistic. So yeah, we do need some
I also think the horror fans are very open as well. They're very open people in a sense, like whatever goes as well. They're not too critical. They're not too, you know what I mean? It's just like, I think the more, what's the word? Just, I think open-minded people, definitely,
Not too critical. Have you ever gone on?
But you know what I'm saying? It's just like the more open-minded in a sense of, hey, like, well, listen, people can be fucking critical. Like, I mean, people are going to be critical about Fried Barry without a doubt. There's going to be praises, and then there's going to be other people that just don't get it. But I think, just like the horror community and the people that, like horrors and stuff, though, what I'm saying is they're just more like open-minded about stuff, compared to somebody that will be like, that film looks batshit crazy and I definitely don't want to watch it. You know what I mean?
Fried Barry, you touch on some like tricky topics, and I could totally see somebody trying to get like their TikTok fame out of like, coming down hard on Fried Barry. But I think the easiest way to protect from that is just to show Meow 2 first. Because Meow 2 is just such a like, it's such an obvious position where you're coming from as a filmmaker. Where Fried Barry's a little bit more nuanced.
Yeah.
And I don't know, how well Twitter takes nuance at all.
Yeah.
Not trying to scare you, Kruger. Now, talk to us a little bit about Meow 2. I want to know where that came up.
Yeah, so Meow 2, like I said, it was just a part of that collection of experimental films that I wanted to do. And majority of the concepts are just loose. I can do anything that I want, and it's nice to have that freedom where I don't have to think about whether it's getting on TV or trying to please a band or staying with the style of the music or whatever. So with these experimentals, they're all really short. And when I got the idea for Meow 2, it just seemed like just like a really cool little concept, and obviously very visual. There's no basically dialogue in the movie, and it's one of those where you can tell that story without dialogue and being very visual. And hashtag Meow 2 is basically a ruthless revenge story that takes aim at the sexual abusers that that's exposed by the hashtag Me Too movement, to show that also no offender is safe. So yeah, it's basically based in like the near future, living amongst cats and humans. And Meow, our lead female character, she goes to this bar and she meets this sleazy producer. And he basically uses his power as a film producer to try and take advantage of her. But she's also buying into it a little bit because he's trying to be all charming and stuff like that. And and like I said, it's that whole revenge thing where it's that whole twist. But at the same time, the hashtag Me Too, is it's a very, very, important movement. And I think with this film, it celebrates, female power and the survivors of, sexual assault. And
Now-
as you know, the sexual assault is a very common thing, especially in the film industry as well. And I think it's up to men to stop and to prevent that.
Yeah, man,
Change your ways, Randy.
it's kind of shocking too. What the hell is that goddamn podcast? I can't remember Shockwaves. I remember we had Robbie over here and he was telling me, I'm like, dude, what's up with them? Why aren't they posting? He's like, oh, they got me too. They're done. I was like, fuck, dude. And like, I don't know, scummy people. You kind of get a vibe, but
Yeah.
But what I really want to know about is now in your mind, as the director of #Meow2, how do we get to the near future of cat people walking around? And just for people listening, it's not like cats. They don't look like cats.
Yeah,
I mean,
because I imagine that the cat, the specific cat that you chose is the only way to go, because otherwise, and again, I'm not a cat aficionado, as I have made that be known on this show. So this is a hairless variety of cat that you've chosen, right, Ryan?
Yeah.
Which kind of looks like,
cats.
thank you so much.
well, visually,
It's visually the most interesting for sure,
Yeah.
because
It's
it looks like a
monkey
ball
with
sack.
no hair.
those cats. I love cats. I'm not a dog person. I do not like the hairless.
The hairless cat would be the only cat I would have. 100%. 100%.
Actually, Clark would be. They need a lot of healthcare application. I'm pretty sure you have to like oil them.
Well, they look sickly, but
You have to oil them.
You have to oil your
Okay. We have Oksana in here. Oksana, help me out.
So every night at 10 o'clock, you just bring the oil out.
That's right.
Just
Now-
massage it every night.
Yeah. It could be fully vaccinated, the social life's back into play, but you know what? Can't go out tonight. Sorry, I have to oil my cat,
Oil the cat again.
which is not a euphemism.
It's
Getting rusty, getting a bit rusty. We're just gonna have to oil it.
it's the swinger of cats. It's probably got a silk coat.
The hairless cat is the sexiest cat. There's no
Oh my
question.
God.
There's no question.
All right, Oksana, jump in.
In this it's the sexiest cat.
They have to be sponge bathed because
Sponge bathed square pants.
Okay.
because all of their skin folds or whatever collect stuff in it. I don't know.
Clark's circumcised. He doesn't know what that's like.
That's true. Turtleneck is off, baby.
All right, I'm turning your mic off again. Yeah. So no, but what I was trying to get at is just visually in your mind, you're thinking cat people, biped, but they look like cats.
Yeah.
They're not Cats the musical. They're more Die Antwoord, the
Yes.
Pitbull music video, which I fucking.
It's actually the same people that made the mask as well.
Oh, really? Dude, so I wanted to not like that band for a really long time. And then when they were kind of fucking with the Chappie set, I was like, oh, I'm kind of into that. And then somebody showed me that music video for Pitbull Terrier. And I'm like, I'm a fucking fan. So when I saw your video, I was like, oh, dude, it looks just like Pitbull Terrier. I love that look.
Mm. Yeah, that's the thing with Die Antwoord. There's a lot of lovers and haters, especially in South Africa, because they know where because a lot of it's like a whole big act, and loads of people think that's how they speak and everything like that, but it's like they're completely not like that.
Yeah, they're kind of like trolls.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, but out here in the Bay Area, there was such a worshipful culture. I remember they came out here for what's that big 3-day festival they do at Golden Gate?
Outside Lands.
Outside Lands, and people were so pumped for them, and it was just like the smug hipster group that
that's
I'm not
what we
fans
do
of.
here.
I know I do my own version of it. I mean, in my mind, we run a very cool, under the radar podcast where we find all the coolest people like Ryan Kruger. So I'm sure I'm on that spectrum.
Well, I mean, this is how we practice foreign policy. We take in bands from other countries. This is how it starts. But yeah, no, they know what they're doing.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. It's all they just market themselves very well. But
now, Ryan, I'll tell you this, and I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass, but I think the cat looks better than the pit bull. I think this cat.
You're just saying that.
I know. I am a sweet talker, but I'm telling you, it looked amazing. It looked amazing.
Now,
Soon as I, because that's the thing. It was just like to do this story as well. It's almost like, I could have just done it with just a normal girl, just the actress without makeup and, the whole cat thing. But it was just, and that's the thing about, creating something, a little bit different and just, it's more pleasing on the eye, that, the creativity behind it of a character, and it's, visually it looks, like you said, it looks really cool,
Now, did you experiment with other type of cats, or was it always going to be the Sphinx?
Sorry, say it again.
Did you experiment with any other sort of did you think about having like a
hairy cat?
Yeah.
Well, I know you're into your hairless cats, so that's why I thought, I got to do it with the hairless cat and get the oil out, and do it properly,
It's the only way.
Now, in the future, are there only female cats, or are there male ones too?
You like this? This is like a fantasy land for you, I think.
Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend. Well, there must be male cats as well, but we actually one of them walked past at the beginning, but they didn't look as cool as that mask.
Yeah, how would there only be female cats?
Well, if it's just a heavy-handed metaphor.
Well, actually, at the beginning, when you see when the camera goes past, it's actually me standing there with the cat mask on, with the pet human on the lead, which is actually Fry Barry.
Yeah. Oh, so that was you with the mask on.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, there you go. Yep, I think we're looking at it now.
Now, what kind of statement were you trying to make, having Fry Barry on a chain?
On a chain.
He's mine.
That's right. Dude. Or it's weighing you down.
It's your burden.
It could be. Oh boy.
But the interesting thing is that mask, when you put it on, I'm actually wearing the same mask as the girl. It's not a different mask. Okay. But it actually molds it to your face, and it actually looks completely different. Like if you go back and look at that shot with me at the beginning with the mask, it doesn't actually look like the same one the girls were in a way. Like obviously, like it's the same fucking mask, but when somebody else puts it on, it really like molds to your face. So it actually looks different, which is weird.
Yeah, we're looking at it now. No, it's actually really cool.
That sounds expensive.
Now, what does it smell like in there?
Oh boy.
I like all these questions. What does it smell like? What does it smell like in there? I don't know.
I'll tell you this.
I'll get back to you on that one.
So I am no stranger to mask, but I imagine it's not too bad because it's compact. I had a giant fucking felt Confederate general head I had to wear. That was,
it heats up. It does heat up when you wear it. That's for sure.
That was 15 years old.
It heats up when he wears it now, too.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it. All right. So how is hashtag #MeowToo going to be available?
Well, it's still hitting, it's still hitting festivals now. So, so it's probably going to be a while before it goes online. So yeah, it's still going to be hitting the festival. So it's still going to have that festival run before anything.
Wow. So how long have you been in the festival circuit with this one?
It's only been since Easter, so it's still quite fresh.
Gotcha.
Now, what's that look like? Are festivals starting to pop their heads out, or are we still like in an online landscape?
It's a bit of a mixture still. So it depends. It's one of those where it depends what country and everything. So yeah, it's still very like over here in South Africa now. The cinemas have been open for a long time already. So yeah, it really depends where you are. I think Italy's got it pretty bad, and I think Spain's got it bad. I think, and England have just come out of lockdown again, haven't they? Like a month or two ago, or a month ago. So yeah, it's everywhere's different, I guess. So some will be online, and some will be a physical one. But at the same time, it's also, I mean, there's nothing better than going to the cinema and watching, you know, to a festival. But at the same time, you got good numbers when it's online. So, you know, it's almost like more people are watching it than the amount of people that could fit into a screening, you know, at a little cinema.
Yeah, it's really tough to navigate that, because we just did an online film fest, and you know, we came into it thinking we're only doing this because we have to. But then we reached a bunch of people who would have never known about it.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
now we're kind of like, fuck, should we do like a hand in hand thing? And
well, this is the thing. What I think is really interesting about this, you know, all the festivals, because in March I was in the States. I was in San Jose in March doing the Fry Barry world premiere at CineQuest. So and it was just before lockdown. So when that happened, I thought, oh shit, man, this, like, trust me to make my film, and then now this happens, it's just gonna bomb, and it's just not gonna get out there. But the great thing about it was that, you know, instead of getting, you know, 300 to 600 people in a cinema, we were getting 4,000 to 5,000 per festival, per viewings at a festival. So it's, you know, like 4,000 to 5,000 people watching your film is, you know, it's great numbers, which created more talk online. And the thing is with that is, one, it was a lockdown, so nobody could go anywhere and people wanted entertainment. But the other thing is, what I think film festivals are actually really seeing is that the great thing about it is, you know, when people have a festival, some people go, oh, it's too far, or I haven't got the money to go, or, you know, I won't be able to travel up there. So I think all festivals actually should have a physical festival and have online festival, because even when you go to a festival, it's impossible to watch all the films anyway. So the thing is, you know, even if you go and go, right, I'm going to go watch this film, this film, this film, and then online I'll check out this and this and this. So at the end of the day, the festival's actually making more money, you know?
now I think it's important that you share that message with other filmmakers. Now, one of the problems we had when we did our UF 24-hour was we came into, like, studios, I don't think they really know what to do with the online market. And, like, you know, negotiations for showing a film in a theater is usually they get a cut of the ticket or they get a flat rate. And online, they wanted, like, the business end hasn't caught up. And then with filmmakers, they were worried that, you know, people were just going to pirate it. And now, to your credit, Ryan, you've been very good about keeping that film on lockdown, but you've also been showing it at a lot of film fests. And we even had one of our listeners reach out and be like, when is Fried Berry coming out? I can't even torrent it. And I'm like, that is, dude, it makes me so happy, because we ran through this stuff with our film fest. We're like, we kind of picked a lot of things that were available online, just so, you know, in case, because we weren't sure about the platform. But then we also premiered a couple of things and it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Also, I think the people who are willing to pay.
Well, it's one of those things where I've me and my team, we've had to, like, stay on top of that, like, constantly, which has been, you know, it's been quite hectic, because any film that is made, somebody will always get it somehow and put it online and people download it. It happens to every single film. So you've just got to be on it. Because, I mean, once it's out, you know, once it's out properly, it's impossible to keep up with it. And that's all right, because at the same time, people are watching the film. You know, once it's had its proper release on, like, once it's been on Shudder and everything like that, you know, we'll still try keep, you know, all these torrents down and stuff like that. But at the same time, you know, it happens to, you know, like any film that gets made, that, you know, people rip it and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just one of those things you got to be careful with your film before it comes out, because it can also damage sales and stuff like that, you know.
You can't put toothpaste back in the tube, man.
Oh, God. Yeah, we had one dude. So we used a platform that we're probably not going back to, not because of security reasons, but I spent a long time talking to a director who I was just like, dude, we've tried. It's really, you can't rip it. Like, short of sitting in your front room and filming it on your phone, which would have its own problems of audio and clarity, and that wasn't good enough for them. And I'm like, I get it, but I think you're also right that like the torrent community, like me and Clark were just talking now about a film, Toad Road. I own 3 copies of that Blu-ray from Artsploitation. We love you. Keep sending us screeners, but none of them work. None of the fucking Blu-rays work. So what I did was I went and I torrented the movie, and I think I have it, so we could watch it. But yeah, I think the torrent community, I don't want to get in this conversation, but the people I know that do it, they also just buy the film, which I wanted to segue into. Please tell me that Fried Berry is going to come out on Blu-ray.
Yeah, it will. We haven't got a date for it yet, but it will be on. It will be on a Blu-ray, and we're also looking at doing like a limited edition one as well, like on a VHS as well. So we're busy looking into that as well.
Do you have a distribution company already, or are you guys going to indie promote it?
Yeah. So, I mean, at the moment now, with Shudder, it's England, America, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Ireland. So that's all getting released on the 7th. And then...
May 7th?
Yeah. Sorry?
May 7th?
Yeah. So it's days away.
To me.
Yeah.
Thank you for lining that up with my birthday.
Yeah, and then we also got a few other territories that's coming as well, which is great.
Dude, awesome.
That's a solid release, man. Which I haven't been able to say many times in my life.
I know. I'm wondering where you were going with that.
I had to let the room just settle for that. But yeah, Ryan, this was great, man. Like, yeah, we were super thrilled to get back with you. We saw Meow 2, and again, we talked to you back in September, and we've been hearing pretty consistently about updates on from people in our community about when can they see Fried Berry, and now it's finally out. So how are you feeling? Finally, you had Fried Berry out on the festival circuit now, and now you're going to Shudder, which is a big...
Yeah, I mean it's great. It's weird because it's still being my first feature film and everything. It still hasn't hit me. I don't know, and it's days away from the release, and then once it's out, and then. Because I mean, since March till now, we have you have those waves where it's like it's at a festival, so people are talking about it, and then it goes down, and then we have another festival and people are talking about it, and then the reviews come out and stuff like that. I mean, we're on like 82% on Rotten Tomato, which is pretty cool, and yeah, so it's just interesting. And then obviously when it's out on the 7th of May, then it's out there for majority, of the world to see and to talk about. And so, yeah, it's going to be really interesting. And then for myself, yeah, I just want to, it looks like I'm going to be shooting my next feature in August, which is cool. So I can't really talk too much about that, but hopefully that everything goes ahead with that. And I start shooting the next one in August. And apart from that, I'm busy editing the experimental that I just shot last week, which is called Alien Dick. so that's I'm gonna start post on that like pretty soon. You'll like that one.
I hope. Is it about an alien detective?
Yeah, it's exactly that.
Oh,
it's about an alien hairless dick. So it's the ones that you like, where you can put the oil on it.
Ryan, don't you ever give an alien hair. They have to be hairless.
Whoa. Blew my mind with that.
I know. Has there ever been a alien? Alien?
Oh, okay. Clark just had a stroke.
I don't critters. Critters would qualify.
I didn't think you were going to double down on that.
Yeah. Got to finish it off from time to time.
God.
All right. Russ, anything else with Ryan?
No, I'm excited. We're talking about putting you in the corner. You're coming out with an alien dick movie. I think people are going to be shocked when they see the range of your style. And dude, you got to send me some of those the art
alien dick pictures.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, the alien dick pictures. Brian, love you, man. Thanks for taking more time out to hang out with us. And when your next film's coming out, you got to touch base with us again.
Yeah, definitely, man. Well, thank you guys so much for having me on. I really appreciate it. So thank you so much, guys.
Absolutely. Anytime, Ryan. Thanks again.